Ever been labeled something you never asked for, only to discover that label was the push you needed to find yourself? Stick around, this is the story of Bianca, the designated DUFF, and how she flips the script. Hey, I'm from Movie Recaps Hub Podcast. Today, we're diving into the DUFF from 2015, a teen comedy drama about identity, friendship, and standing up to cruelty. Sit back, relax, and let's walk through Bianca's whole journey. The movie opens on Bianca, a hard-working girl who's constantly bullied because people don't see her as pretty. But here's the thing, Bianca is actually the smartest student in school and an amazing violinist. She just doesn't care much about looks or clothes. Her best friends Jess and Casey are the opposite, two of the most attractive girls in school. Jess is into fashion design and Casey is both a soccer star and a talented hacker. One day at school, a guy shows up offering tickets to a dance party. Jess and Casey say no because they already bought theirs online. Bianca doesn't buy one at all. She hates crowded dances and is terrified of being bullied. As they walk, they meet Madison, the most beautiful girl in school and the biggest bully. Madison invites Jess and Casey to a party at her house. When Bianca asks what she should wear if she comes, Madison shuts her down and says the guest list is limited. There's no place for her. Casey solves the problem by handing Bianca her own invitation, which annoys Madison even more. Madison despises Bianca and never considers her attractive. Back in class, the teacher asks if anyone will volunteer to write a report about the school's social life and present it at graduation. No one volunteers. Bianca doesn't want to either. She's afraid of being mocked and secretly doesn't even want to attend graduation. Still, the teacher chooses her anyway, saying she's smart enough to do it well. Bianca tries to refuse, but the teacher insists. Bianca later tells Jess and Casey she doesn't even have anyone to go to prom with. Jess suggests making a list of available guys, but Bianca isn't interested in any of them. Her heart is set on Toby, the handsome guitarist with a sensitive soul. She has a huge crush but is far too shy to talk or confess her feelings. The next day, Wesley, Bianca's neighbor and childhood friend, shows up and they chat. Then Madison, who's Wesley's ex, appears and accuses Bianca of flirting with him. Bianca denies it and Madison throws a dig before walking away. At home, Bianca's friends remind her Toby will be at Madison's party. Bianca shows them the outfit she plans to wear, but it looks terrible. Her mom steps in. She's divorced and works as a life coach. She tells Bianca she has better clothes than that and that she should dress in a way that shows confidence, then leaves her to figure it out. That night at the party, Bianca shows up in an outfit that is not stylish and keeps to herself. Wesley approaches while she's watching Toby play guitar and compliments her, saying she looks nice and her friends are amazing. He asks if there's an occasion where he could meet them, but Bianca snaps and tells him to do things on his own and leave her out of it. Wesley replies that people must always be asking her about her friends because she's basically the DUFF. Bianca asks what he means and Wesley explains that DUFF stands for Designated Ugly Fat Friend, the one who isn't as cool as her friends but is approachable because people don't actually care about her. His words hit Bianca like a ton of bricks. Wesley asks how many people a day come to her asking about her friends. She admits it's a lot. He asks how many ask about her. She can't answer and feels crushed. Angry and humiliated, Bianca throws her drink in his face and storms off. At home, she's deeply upset by what he said. The next day, Wesley tries to explain that he didn't mean it that way, but Bianca refuses to make peace. Walking with her friend, she notices no one pays attention to her. All the attention goes to Jess and Casey. She pulls her friends aside and confronts them. Since when did they know she was their DUFF? Casey shrugs. Bianca snaps and says she's done with the friendship because they use her to make themselves look good. She walks away, leaving them stunned. A little later, Toby stops her, but she's too nervous to talk. In class, she hears the teacher telling Wesley he might be kicked out of the scholarship group because his grades slipped. Bianca asks Wesley to help her learn how to talk to Toby, and in return she'll help him raise his grades so he can stay in the scholarship group. He agrees, but says first they need to go shopping. At the clothing store, Wesley picks outfits that make Bianca look attractive. Madison's friend sees them and secretly films Bianca trying on clothes. Wesley films too, and Bianca warns him, "If I see that video with anyone but you, I'll gouge your eyes out." She dances and pretends to talk to her crush while trying on outfits, not knowing Madison's friend is filming and will send the video to Madison. Wesley takes Bianca to lunch to practice talking to people. He tells her to get the number of the guy with glasses. Bianca tries but comes off weird, and no one gives her a number. Exhausted, she sits down until a waiter gives her a compliment, and she manages to get his number. Wesley praises her, calling it a 10 out of 10. As they leave the mall, Madison appears and asks what they're doing together. Wesley, worried about his image, says they just ran into each other. At home, Bianca learns her mom joined a dating program because she's tired of being single. Bianca opens up about her crush. Her mom gives great, practical advice and treats her more like a client than a daughter. But Bianca thanks her and goes to her room. The next day, Bianca discovers the leaked video of her trying on clothes. Students mock her and she runs to the bathroom and cries. Jess and Casey see the video. Since Jess is a hacker, she manages to erase it from all platforms because she still cares for Bianca despite Bianca pushing them away. The principal recognizes the video as bullying and orders all students to hand over their phones to create a bully-free online environment. Strange as it is, the students blame Bianca for losing their phones. Bianca confronts Wesley and asks if he's happy with what happened while his friends tease her. Wesley stays silent and she throws her lunch tray at him and storms off. At home, she's overwhelmed with sadness. Wesley comes to apologize, but she angrily slaps him. Moments later, she softens and lets him inside. He insists he never shared the video. He points out the camera angles were different from where he filmed and says it had to be Madison and her friend. He also fought with his buddies for mocking her. Bianca admits no one has stood up for her like that before. Wesley gives Bianca a dress as a gift and tells her how to talk to Toby. Go to him and say, "I know the video wasn't great, but I'm genuinely attracted to you. If he doesn't like it, at least you took the step." The next day, Bianca goes to Toby and tells him she's really attracted to him. He appreciates her honesty and treats her with respect, saying this is actually the first time they're talking. When she asks to hang out, he agrees and invites her to his place Friday at 7 o'clock. Overjoyed, Bianca asks Wesley for date advice. Wesley suggests sitting next to him on a couch instead of across a table so they'll be closer. Later, the teacher asks Bianca how her report is going. She admits she doesn't want to present because she thinks everyone hates her. The teacher encourages her, saying she's the right person for the job and reminding her that the pen is mightier than the sword. Bianca visits Wesley and overhears his parents fighting. He comes out upset. Bianca takes him to a quiet spot in the woods and asks if his parents are getting divorced. He replies he hopes so, at least then he won't have to hear them argue anymore. Bianca comforts him and in that moment they grow closer and express their feelings physically. Wesley quickly apologizes, calling it practice for when she's with Toby, and they laugh. Unfortunately, Madison's friend secretly records the whole thing. The next day, Madison confronts Bianca, mocks her awkward attempts to get numbers, and reveals the recording of Bianca and Wesley. Madison smirks and says she and Wesley are getting back together, telling Bianca she'll never matter. Bianca is crushed. On Friday, Bianca gets ready and puts on the dress for her date. Her mom mentions she also has a date that night from her dating program. Bianca stops by Wesley's to thank him and learns his grades improved and he's back in the scholarship group thanks to her help. Bianca heads to Toby's house expecting a simple hangout but finds a romantic dinner set up. The chairs are too far apart so she moves them closer. She's impressed by the meal, but eventually discovers the food wasn't homemade, it was ordered from a restaurant. As Toby compliments her, she keeps thinking about Wesley and feels uneasy. During the date, Toby asks about Bianca's friends and why she's no longer friends with them. He mentions one of his buddies wants to meet them, which makes Bianca feel used. She accuses him of using her to get to her friends. Toby explains he assumed she would bring them and that one of them liked him. Bianca leaves and tosses his jacket in the trash when he asks for it back. Heartbroken, she sends Wesley a tearful voice note telling him Toby used her. When Bianca goes to Wesley's, she finds him back with Madison acting cozy. She returns home and spends the day heartbroken. Later, Wesley comes over saying he heard her message. Bianca tells him she saw him with Madison and it hurt. Wesley says he thought they were friends. Bianca lashes out, saying no one truly befriends her, and tells him to go home. She shuts the door and sleeps sad. In the days before graduation, Bianca throws herself into writing the article and eventually submits it. She sits down with Jess and Casey and opens up, apologizing and admitting she always felt they were prettier, and that she thought they used her. Jess reassures her that none of them is better than the other, that they all have flaws, and that they love her. They urge her to go to prom. Bianca hesitates, saying she can't face Wesley or Toby, but her mom encourages her. You need to accept yourself. And if you feel like an outsider, then be the best outsider there is. Inspired, Bianca decides to go. She and her friends design a dress together, and on prom night Bianca shows up radiant in the dress she made herself. Wesley can't take his eyes off her. Bianca apologizes for what she said earlier on, says they really are friends. She also confesses that someone once told her to be brave and confess her feelings, and she believes she's doing that now. Wesley tells her he kind of got back with Madison. Bianca smiles and says it's okay as long as he's happy. Madison approaches and mocks Bianca and her dress, but Bianca stands up for herself. She tells Madison she feels sorry for her because Madison puts others down to feel better about herself. Bianca declares she loves herself and Madison's toxic words won't drag her down. Madison is speechless. The teacher announces prom king and queen, Madison and Wesley. Madison rushes to grab her crown while the crowd cheers. Wesley looks back and forth between Madison and Bianca. In the end, he chooses to be brave and walks to Bianca. He tells her, "Let's get out of here." And they go to the computer lab where they share a tender moment. Bianca finishes the article she was assigned, writing about her struggles as the DUFF and how she overcame them. Everyone is impressed and it's published in the school paper. Her teacher praises her and many students open up about similar experiences. Wesley earns back his scholarship and leaves to study elsewhere, but his relationship with Bianca grows stronger. The movie ends with Wesley and Bianca riding in a car together, heading out to spend the day. That's the DUFF told in full. Bianca's journey from insecure scapegoat to confident author of her own story is the heart of the film. It's a reminder that labels can hurt, but they don't have to define you. If you enjoyed this recap from Movie Recaps Hub podcast, hit like, drop a comment with your favorite moment or character, and subscribe for more recaps. Tell me what movie you want next, and I'll bring it to you. Thanks for listening and I'll see you in the next one.